Now, it's arguably one of the greatest sitcoms ever made. Now, 50 years after Fawlty Towers was first recorded, it is coming to the stage.
The two-hour play, based on 3 episodes, will premiere in London's West End in May. It was adapted by the show's original creator and star, John Cleese. He's been speaking with our reporter, Tim Moffat.
Right! Well, don't say I haven't warned you! I've laid it on the line to you time and time again! Right! Well, this is it! I'm gonna give you a damn good thrashing!
John, fantastic to meet you. There is good news, it seems, for fans of what many believe to be the greatest sitcom ever made, a new stage adaptation.
Yes, it's been a long time coming. I did a version of this in Australia before COVID. And I went out and co-directed it. And then, of course, COVID came on. So we've had these enormous delays. And we finally started to put it together.
Explain to us then how it's working, because you're taking 3 of the most loved episodes.
Yep.
The Hotel Inspectors.
I'm afraid this is corked.
I just uncorked it. Didn't you see me?
The Germans.
You have absolutely no sense of humour, do you?
This is not funny!
Who won the bloody war anyway?
That is Torquay, madam.
And another episode called Communication Problems.
Well, may I ask what you were expecting to see out of a Torquay hotel bedroom window? Sydney Opera House, perhaps? The hanging gardens of Babylon? Herds of wildebeest sweeping majestically?
I expect to be able to see the sea.
You can see the sea. It's over there between the land and the sky.
So there are bits from all those 3 television episodes, and then we sort of integrate them towards the end.
What was it like for you then to be casting someone to play Basil Fawlty?
I know people assume it's going to be art, but it isn't really. I think in some strange way, I kind of separate myself into sort of performer and writer. When I'm looking at other people doing the lines, I laugh again and again.
Basil?
Famously, you based this sitcom on a real-life experience in a hotel in Torquay.
We'd stayed there when Python was filming, and this extraordinary guy, Donald Sinclair, ran it. And after 2 or 3 days, the Pythons left. It was so appalled at the service. Connie and I, and for some reason Eric, we stayed on. I think it was laziness. And so when we sat down to say, what are we going to write about, we could recall various things. But I had no idea that it was going to be the success it was. And dear old Graham was calling friends after the first episode saying it's not very good, is it? And the Daily Mirror led with long John short on jokes. That was for the second episode.
Some of the jokes, some of the subject matter in today's eyes might be seen as slightly controversial. I'm thinking of the Germans episode, for example.
Listen, don't mention the war. I mentioned it once, but I think I got away with it all right. So, it's all forgotten now, and let's hear no more about it.
Do you have any concerns about how that is going to play with a modern audience?
Not really, no, because you see, when I do my stage show, which I do quite a lot these days, by and large, there's 45 to 90 is my age group, and they aren't bothered by most of the woke things. And some of the woke things I think are perfectly sensible. The English used to always pride themselves on their sense of humor. And then what happened was that people became more and more sensitive because they don't understand that you can say something rude to someone if you love them. And it's a bonding mechanism because they know that you couldn't possibly say that to someone you didn't know because it would be rude.
So do you think then that the state of comedy today is not what it should be?
I don't feel that people who don't have much of a sense of humor should be allowed to dictate what people who do have a sense of humor can enjoy. I don't watch much comedy now, you know. When you get to my age, I'll be dead soon. I don't need to entertain myself. I have more interesting things to do.
Separate to the stage adaptation, there's also going to be a new TV version of Fawlty Towers as well.
That's right, which I'm actually working on at the moment. I've been in LA writing it with my daughter. Of course, we're heading for a fall there because there's such a high expectation. And people sort of say, well, why are you doing it? And the answer is, well, it might not be as good as the original. It probably won't be, but that doesn't mean I should do it. I mean, after Chaplin did City Lights, people didn't say, well, you'll never do another one as good as that, so you better stop.
Whereabouts are you at the moment? It looks beautiful.
My wife and I have been apart for 3 months, but we got married here. So we wanted to see each other. So we've come here to Mustique, which is close to Barbados. And we're up here with the, look at the trees. Isn't that wonderful?
Now, that is what I call a view. I can see the sea. It's over there between the land and the sky.
Very good. Very good.
Do I get a special prize?
Excellent.
I have to work on the delivery a bit, obviously.
No, the delivery was okay.
John, thanks ever so much indeed. It's been great. Best of luck with the play.
Round of applause for Tim there.
It's a good line, wasn't it?
He was
a good
delighted.
line. Very pleased with that.
And the stage version of Fawlty Towers will be in London's West End from May.